Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestors started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No, except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy.
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond. I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
Missed you this morning, Doc.
Get in the Animus.
Ready to get to work, Desmond?
When you have been exposed, killing some of your pursuers.
Come in, Altair. I trust you're well rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask then. I'll do my best to answer.
The merchant king of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Akka with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land, and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Ares used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects. to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Ganye's men.
The perfect citizens. The perfect soldiers. A perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Acre, known as Sibran. One in Damas, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.
What is he doing? Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know. You must be busy. I understand. You must be busy. I understand. Focus on your target. Let nothing distract you. Do you think...
Climb tall structures to gain a bird's eye view of your surroundings.
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Ah, Salah ad-Din's chief scholar. Strange choice of target, in my opinion. But who are we to question the Master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
Then you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense, if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
Don't do that again, understand? Do not want to do that again.
That these barbarous acts might be avenged.
Kill him!
Pray that God, glorious and exalted is he, find favor with us, that he may grant us
You are not
victory.
supposed to be here. Leave.
Curse him! Curse him!
Where are you?
They go against the will of God. Must be made to pay. Everywhere they arrive.
Can't hide forever.
My family will die. Would you spare a few coins?
Watch it!
Away with you.
Bad news, brother. I killed a Templar this morning. Well, I suppose that's actually good news. I even found a letter on him which I gave to Nemair, who said he'd find you and deliver it. But from the look in your face, I suspect this hasn't happened. Go on then. Don't waste any more time with me. Seek Nemair and get that letter.
Such a strange man.
Leave, peasant, before I make you.
What is it? Has he lost his mind?
Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and
Come on, there. Have you no shame?
Let me go!
He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake.
No reason to stand here. Leave.
Help me!
What's got him in such a hurry?
That's
You're not allowed to be.
Stop it, please!
Altair, here, take this. I've been looking everywhere for you. Now I can finally return to Masyaf. Last time I offered to do someone a favor.
Leave now.
That city is ours, has always been ours. It's forbidden for you to be here. To defend it until death. The Crusaders leave now. Be destroyed. The fires of war consume the land. Thousands of lives are lost in it. Before you, deliver a warning. Should Richard take Java,
All I ask is for a
don't let him get away! He couldn't have gone far! Filthy heretic!
Belki farkında değilsin ama hali hazırda kaybettin. Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
Curse the one who's done this! Where are you? He's filthy heretic! Pay for your
I wish to see him, to hear him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
And they are ignorant and afraid.
You seem sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to even hear you ask the question.
Very well. We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city, that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand that it is a difficult path we walk. Our work demands sacrifice.
I understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
I stand before you to deliver a warning. Richard Hafer,
Don't do that. I've anything anyone could possibly need.
The English king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake. Saladin tried to beat him, and these barbarous acts might be avenged. Pray that God, glorious and exalted is he, finds favor with us, that he may grant us victory.
We found the place. It's just as you described it.
I suspect he'll want to deal with this himself, and quickly. Best we say nothing to the others.
A wise course of action. Truth be told, I'll be happy when this business is done.
Soon, my friend, soon. Today should see the last of them put to torch. Boy, come here. You still have the letter I gave you?
Yes.
Go and deliver it then. You'll find the one it's meant for, inside the madrasa.
And must be made to pay. Everywhere they ride, they leave only suffering in their wake. They say it is a crusade. A crusade for what? Ignorance? Violence? Madness? We must resist. We must fight them in any way we can. Praise be Saladin.
Someone else.
He has power and strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake, it is our very existence we are fighting for. The infidel king.
Are you blind? Be more careful!
We must resist. We must push back.
كافر! أنت تتبع طريق الضلال!
Gözünüzü dört açın, geri dönecek. Hırsızlar dar ağacına müstahak.
Don't do that again.
اغرب عن وجهي.
You will not get away from me!
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
Geber!
Thank you. Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear. Oh, may God have mercy. What happened here?
Tragic. I'll have your head! Take it down! You can't escape out in one day of the king! Now it's safe for you. You will not win.
Stop it, please! You're hurting me!
Way out! Leave while you still we
Thank you. Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it.
All right, where are you? Over here! You'll never get away! I know you're hiding from me! Come over here! Come back
Good you came along when you did. Another minute and they would have made off with me. I owe you my freedom.